Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. Did you know that their attorneys serve the entire region from Nashville to Chattanooga and everywhere in between? If you have a legal issue concerning your family and your legal rights, call OEB this week. The law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. All right, and coming up today on Overtime, you can send us your Twitter questions. We'll answer them in a bonus segment, and we'll also talk a little bit more about Vol football. We may even talk a little bit about Lady Vol stuff. That's all on Overtime. Follow me on Twitter there at SportsSourceTV, and I'll tell you when Overtime is posted along with the rest of the show at SportsSource.tv. Okay, rapid fire questions, one for each of you. Got about a minute for each of you guys, or maybe 45 seconds or so. So in your head, do a 45-second count. Mark, the Vols are on the road at Alabama this week. They're 1-5 in the SEC. That was before last night. And at TCU in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. 2 road games. Have any clue what to expect out of the Vols this week?
No, we don't.
Want to roll the dice?
This is a tough matchup. Alabama has beat South Carolina by 20 points at home. So although the record's not great, they've actually played the tougher teams in the league thus far to start out the SEC play. But real quick on TCU, this is a big weekend for the SEC. Going up against the Big 12, you got some big-time matchups to where we're going to be talking about how many teams does the SEC get into the NCAA tournament. Don't go out there and go and lose a bunch of games. We got to get some wins as a league so that way we get more teams in the tournament on Saturday.
So you're saying Tennessee needs to win to help teams like Kentucky? I think Kentucky's in, but anyway, I was just trying to spin it and make Vol fans mad. Thank you, Mark.
Good job.
Mike Strange, a poll of sports writers. It was an informal poll. John Solomon did it. CBS Sports took a poll of sports writers, ranked all of the BCS and college football playoff championship teams. Tennessee's 98 Vols ranked number 15 out of 18 squads. Ballpark. Is that a little low, a little high, or about right?
Well, I hadn't, I didn't see the list. I think the fact that they were the first, that was a long time ago. People don't remember them as well. It's just a tendency to be more familiar with the ones lately. I don't think that should be offensive to Vol fans. That was a team that was kind of a blue-collar team. There wasn't a Heisman candidate or anything on that team, and probably maybe they get scored down for beating Florida State, which was down to their third-string quarterback or whatever. But I'm not surprised by that because of the lack of a Heisman guy and the fact that it was so far ago.
All right. Jimmy Himes. Bob Shoop's contract with the Vols, the new defensive coordinator, includes no buyout should he leave Tennessee. He got a 3-year deal. He gets a buyout if Tennessee blows him up without cause, but he can leave whenever he wants. Would you have okayed that contract?
I would have, because I think this is a unique situation. He's having to pay his $850,000 buyout at Penn State. So if he's doing that, I've got to make a concession on my end. If I can get Shoop for 1 year and you win the SEC East Division and maybe the SEC Championship, it's worth it even if he walks after that. But it's a mitigating situation. If he didn't have that buyout at Penn State, I wouldn't be as apt to say no buyout.
All right, Chuck, you got 30 seconds here. Denver is actually a home underdog in today's AFC Championship game. Peyton Manning, a home underdog. Do they pull the upset and win and go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, the line is New England is a 3-point favorite at Denver, and I know the idea of pulling for Denver. And obviously, it isn't just going to be Peyton Manning against Tom Brady. But I just think New England is going to win this game, and I think they're going to the Super Bowl. I think Tom Brady is going to get it done.
You've obviously never seen New England and Tom Brady play in Denver. All right. He's wrong. Peyton's going to the Super Bowl. He's got another game in him. And I'm not just saying that as a hex or a jinx of my own squad. Or maybe I am. All right. We'll see you next Sunday. Enjoy the game this afternoon. And we'll close. Get down on your knees. Worship the TV. It's the Manning Shrine. See you next week.
The Sports Source is brought to you by Fast Frame with Heather Whiteside art now available.